Hi, if you're applying for Canadian immigration, then the first thing you need to do is, even if you're thinking about Canadian immigration, if you're thinking about moving to Canada, the first thing that you need to do is apply for educational credential assessment. Educational credential assessment is something which is the first step of Canadian immigration. If you want to know how to complete your educational credential assessment smoothly and properly, I will give you one simple trick in this video. So if you watch this video completely, you will come to know about all the ECA bodies and what is that one simple trick that you need to use. I mean, it's an optional trick, but if you use that trick, your ECA process will be smooth. So stay tuned for the video. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Iftikhar. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I talk about Canadian immigration on this channel. And if you are watching this video, then you are a Canadian immigration aspirant and you're interested in moving to Canada. So I've made a video. The link will be in the I section somewhere around here. In that video, I've talked about the first step of Canadian immigration and I've talked about in details. Now, I will give you one tip and another trick that will save your ECA process and make it smooth. So the tip for completing your ECA process smoothly, you need to save time. As you know that Canadian immigration could become tiresome and long because you don't need a consultant to immigrate to Canada and you can do everything yourself. Okay, so if you start researching about things, if you start researching about your reference letter, your work experience, your proof of funds, or whether you're going to be able to finance your immigration to Canada or not, these are the good things. But I suggest that you save your time. You save your time by applying for ECA immediately. I mean, in the matter of a week or two, your documents should be sent for attestations and educational credential assessments because it could take time. Least time that an ECA takes is about 35 days, which is WES, World Education Service. So basically, we've got 5 ECA bodies for normal education, not MBBS or pharmacy degrees. Okay, for MBBS, sorry. For MBBS, you have MCC, Medical Council of Canada, and for pharmacy degrees, you have PEBC, Pharmacy Board of something, Canada. Okay, so we're not talking about PEBC or MCC in this video. Other than that, we have 5 ECA bodies: WES, ICAS, ICES, CES, and ICAS with a C. Okay, so these 5 ECA bodies, I've given you the tip that is to save your time and start immediately for your education credential assessment. Now, the video is all about making your ECA process smooth. And how could you make it smooth? You should go on to the website of your ECA body and look for the academic record request form. Now, I did not find an academic record request form for MCC or PEBC. Okay, if you find it, you let me know in the comment section below. But for the 5 ECA bodies that we are discussing that I just named, I found each and every ECA body's academic record request form. So I've opened all the PDF files in my computer, and I would try to leave the links of each PDF in the description below. Okay, let's jump on to the computer screen where I talk about academic record request form. Now, this is my trick for making your ECA process smooth. If you send this academic record request form, then the attesting body, if you're from Pakistan, Higher Education Commission of Pakistan, HEC, if you're from India, if you're from Nigeria, your universities, they would seal your documents after attestation in an envelope, and they would either electronically transfer it to the ECA bodies or they would courier those sealed envelopes to that ECA body. Okay, so you can make this process smooth by giving an academic record request form along with your documents to that university or that attesting body. Okay, so for WES, I've opened this academic record request form. If you could see this file on my computer screen. So many applicants ask me that are these academic record request forms, are they mandatory? No, they're not. They're optional. They're optional, and that is why I mentioned that it is a trick. It's not a requirement. Okay, not a requirement for your ECA process. It's a trick that you could use to save your time, save your energy, and the testing body will exactly know what your intention is. Okay, so WES academic record request form. This is the part that you need to fill. Okay, as you can see, A for applicants. This part is to be filled by you. Okay, B is for authorized officials. You do not need to fill the B part. Let me just show it to you. So quickly, WES reference number. Once you pay your WES fee, you will get a reference number. You need to enter that reference number here. What you can do is you can print out this PDF form, and then you could write on that, or you could edit the PDF if you have the software for that. So you write WES reference number here, then you write your last name, that is surname or your family name. Okay, then here you write your first name or your given name. Okay, for example, I'm writing Ali here. Okay, and Iftikhar here. Now my date of birth is, for example, okay, it's a fake date of birth. So previous name is for people whose name is changed. For example, if you're married and you change your name after marriage, then you could write your previous name here, so that you don't have any problem and you don't need to submit. Maybe you need to submit same person affidavit. It depends on your country. Okay, so if you have a previous name, you write it here. Then you write your email here, address here. Okay, and institution name. For example, if your degree was from a university, I'm going to write Oxford University here. Okay, just for an example. Okay, Oxford University, England, and dates attended. So this is where you write dates attended. Let's just say, okay, just for an example. Okay, now degree name, Master of Business Administration, year of award 2020. Year of award is when you get your degree certificate. Okay, this date will be from your transcript, and this date will be from your degree certificate. All right, major, marketing, management, student ID. Now, if you're from Pakistan, you don't need to write anything here because you're sending this academic record request form to Higher Education Commission, and you don't have a student number or roll number over there. But if you're giving this academic record request form to your university, for example, even if you're from Pakistan and you're applying for ICES, then for the ICES academic record request form, you would need to write student number or roll number here. Okay, so if it is applicable, you write your student number here, 007 or 0009. I don't want to be a James Bond. Now this is where you give out your signature. Okay, and this is where you write the date of sending this academic record request form. Okay, no big deal. Now what you need to do is you need to click here and print this form. You need to print this form simply and attach it with your degree, with your transcript, and whatever documents are required for your country, and then you send it to your university or Higher Education Commission or any attestation body which is required according to your country. Okay, now let's move on to the Comparative Education Service, CES, University of Toronto, which is my favorite ECA body because I got my ECA from CES for my 16 years education. I had an MBA and I received a master's equivalency from CES. So it is my favorite ECA body because it is the most lenient ECA body that I have come across. Now here you would write your title, Mr., Student number. Student number is again for CES. You don't need to pay. You don't need to pay the fee for getting the student number. As I said, CES is lenient, right? So they give you the student number right away when you start your application. You need to write your student number here, then first name, middle name if you have one, date of birth, and email address. Now here, you will need to write your institution information, institution name, name of award, major, same like WES academic record request form. So I will not go into the details. Okay. Now you attach this academic record request form with your degree, with your transcript, and you give it to your attesting body. Okay. And when you get that sealed envelope, your attesting body will send it to the relevant ECA body, or if it is possible, if it is allowed, then you could also send it to the relevant ECA body. Okay. Now after CES, we will cover ICAS academic record request form, and same like the previous two academic record request forms, it's more or less similar. Last name, first name, previous name. Okay. And institution name, country, dates attended, your transcript dates, again, year awarded, your degree year. It's written on your degree that when the degree was awarded to you. Okay, student ID at the institution. Again, we discussed that in detail. ICAS reference number. ICAS reference number is provided after paying the fee, as per my knowledge. Now you would sign it here, you will insert the date here, and you're good to go. For all of these academic record request forms, you don't need to fill in the section B. Okay. Now, ICES. ICES is also a very lenient ECA body. If you don't get your master equivalency from WES, then there is a huge chance that you would be able to get a master's equivalency from ICES. And I would make a complete video on ICES someday as well, because its process is a little different from ICAS and CES and WES. ICES process is a little different for Pakistani aspirants, so I would soon make a video on that. Stay tuned for that, yeah? So ICES reference number, again, last name, first name, those details that we've discussed, signature and date. And again, authorized official area is not to be filled by you, but confirmation. Oh, confirmation is not also required to be filled by you. So if your university or your attesting body wants to send these documents through email, then this is the official email of ICES. I will discuss that in the video where I explain the procedure of ECA from ICES. Okay, that's fine. Now let's go on to the academic course request form of ICAS. ICAS with a C, ICAS. Okay. And this is the academic record request form. They call it official records request. Now you would write the ICAS file number here, date of birth, same, everything is same. Now this section is not to be filled by you, it is to be filled by your institution. And remember, if you're from Pakistan, if you're sending this academic record request forms to HEC, Higher Education Commission, and they do not fill this official section or section B, if they do not fill it, do not worry about it. It's not a problem. And if they insert it inside the sealed envelope, that's fine. If they do not insert it inside the sealed envelope, it's still fine. Either way, it is fine. You could attach the academic record request. You don't need to send academic record request form to the ECA body. Okay. The purpose of academic record request form for educational credential assessment is not to send it to the ECA body. It's not the purpose. The purpose is to make the procedure smooth and understandable for the attesting institute, Higher Education Commission in case of Pakistan, your university in case of India or any other country. Okay. So this is the purpose. You need to understand the purpose, okay? You don't need to send this academic record request form to your chosen ECA body. Understood? So we've discussed ICAS with a C, ICAS with a Q, and we've discussed ICES, CES, and WES, right? So this was all about academic record request form. So since I was getting so many questions about it, I thought that I need to make a video on it. And next time, if you're going to ask this question, academic record request question, I'm going to link you to this video so that you watch this video and you watch all the other videos of my channel as well, because every video that I make on this channel is related to Canadian immigration, and it's related to the beginner's process. If you want to do it yourself, I am explaining the procedure here with my first-hand experience. Okay, so this is Iftikhar, and I'm signing off. Thank you very much.